Watched Blonde, the new Marilyn Monroe movie on Netflix. Micah Haley, film producer, screenwriter, and former journalist. After a movie comes out on TikTok, my For You page just is flooded with reviews of that movie. So I see a million different takes on those movies, and I like to watch them. And I feel like part of my job as a film producer is to understand what the response to a movie is and use that to determine which projects in the future I'm going to make. And with Blonde, I've noticed a very interesting trend. The TikToker will give their opinion about the movie and then admit that they have never seen it. And that just perplexes me. How can you give your opinion or your recommendation about whether or not to watch a movie that you've never seen before? You've never seen the content of the film. I don't understand that. Now, if you've seen the movie, feel free to have whatever reaction you have. I mean, it's a piece of art. You're reacting to it. Whatever emotions you have in response to it are legitimate, and it's your prerogative to share with the public. I think it's also fair to warn your audience if there's an element in a movie that you know is a red line for them, and they don't watch movies with dogs dying, or they don't watch movies with sexual assault depictions. Totally fair to warn them against it, but most of what I'm seeing are actual judgments about the film, its value as a piece of art, the intentions of the filmmakers, judgments about the director and his approach to the material. And these are very in-depth, usually condemnations of what the movie is without ever having actually seen the film. And those takes, I think, are baseless and illegitimate, and I don't think they are good faith. I think they are in bad faith. What do I think about Blonde as somebody who's seen it? It is brutal. It is almost 3 hours of incredibly painful cinema, and that's intentional. That, I think, was the goal of the filmmakers. There's one very prominent film TikTok personality who said that the film amounts to a male fantasy about Marilyn Monroe, and I just don't understand how anyone could have that takeaway from this movie, because the film is, again and again and again, a condemnation of how men treat Marilyn Monroe. It is in no way, shape, or form a fantasy that men have about her.